Hey, UncommonTEEN fam, welcome back to the podcast where real life, real faith, and the real you collide. I'm your host, Teen Life Coach Jamie Kirshner, and I'm so excited you're here. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so that you don't miss a single episode. All right, so we have something fun this week that I'm so excited about. We officially have 3 brand new teen co-hosts joining us, and I cannot wait for you to meet them because they are incredible. They love Jesus, and they are about to make this podcast even more fun. Okay, so let's start by introducing yourselves. I'm actually going to have you guys introduce each other, and I didn't give you guys a heads up on this because I just want to hear how you guys are going to introduce each other. Rosie, I'm going to have you introduce Kaylee.
Okay, so Kaylee has been part of SOAR for a little while. I got to know her from there. She likes baking. She's super fun. Loves Jesus. Really awesome smile.
Awesome. Kaylee, you're going to introduce Sadie.
Okay, Sadie, I don't know too much details about her, but she is one of my favorite people. She really brightens up SOAR. Her smile, super sweet. She has the best questions. I don't know, I just love her. She loves Jesus. She's very kind.
Oh, thanks.
I love it. Sadie, you're going to introduce Rosie.
So Rosie, she's super fun. She always has something great to say.
Nothing like putting you guys on the spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she's just a great person, and it's been really enjoyable having her in SOAR, and I think she'll be a great team co-host. So, yeah.
I absolutely love it. All right, Rosie, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, my name's Rosie. I'm 16, and I live in Minnesota. I have a pretty big family. I'm the youngest of 6 kids, and all of my siblings are a lot older than me. The one that's closest to me is 5 years older than me. So, that also means that I have nieces and nephews running around, so that's pretty fun. I love writing and acting, and I'm super excited to have this opportunity to be on this podcast.
Kaylee, go ahead and share with us a little bit about you.
Well, my name's Kaylee. I'm 17. I also live in Minnesota. I do really like baking, like Rosie said, crafts, animals. I am the oldest of 3 girls. I really love reading, getting into my Bible. I love helping at church. I'm really excited to be part of this and excited to see where God takes this and the doors he opens through this.
I love it. I love it. Sadie, go ahead and share a little bit about you.
I'm Sadie. I am 16 years old. I also like baking, and I like crafts and art and stuff like that. I really love SOAR and how it's impacted me a lot. Well, with the podcast from UncommonTEEN and the SOAR community, it just helped me grow so much in my faith, and I'm really excited to have this opportunity.
I love it. I love it. All right, so let's dive into some rapid fire fun questions so our listeners can get to know you. So we're going to start with Kaylee this time. Kaylee, what is something that you are loving right now?
Well, I've been making a lot of bread. I've kind of rediscovered it, and I've really been enjoying that.
All right, Sadie, what about you?
I've been loving music, especially worship music. I feel like I can feel God's presence a lot in music.
What is your one song right now?
I'm loving God's Story by Ann Wilson. I just love it.
That's awesome. I love it. All right, Rosie, what is something you are loving right now?
Right now, I love a cozy coffee shop day. I drive myself to coffee shops all the time just to read, journal, plan, all the things. So fun. My favorite place.
That's awesome. My daughter actually just got a job at a coffee shop / cafe, and she's never drank coffee, and she doesn't ever plan to. I'm like, it's kind of fun. Now we're going to start with you, Sadie. What is one trend you love and one trend that you think needs to go forever?
Well, one trend I love is a fashion trend. I really love wide leg jeans because they're so comfortable. One trend that I wish would go away is the 6'7".
Yes. And I think everybody says amen. All right, Rosie, your turn.
One trend that I really like is I love my wall water bottle. And I didn't want to hop on that at first because I was like, that seems kind of what's the deal about a water bottle? but I was given a Noala and a Stanley, and I love them. They're great. So, yeah. I don't really have a trend that I, like, hate. I mean, the 6-7 thing is a little annoying. It's way overused and it's really dumb.
All right, Kaylee, what about you?
I'm never really up to date with trends, and I don't really know what's going on, but I do like my cargo pants. Like, if I'm going on a fashion trend, they're comfy, and I wear them a whole lot. So that's probably one that I love. Sadie, I agree 100% with you on the 6-7 thing.
Yes.
But since you said that, I'll go with, besides just the brain rot in general, you know those, like, that trend where people have their pants hanging really low? That one can go, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Amen. Some of this was like really trending when I was a teenager, and I'm like the wide leg pants and cargo pants, those were really big when I was a teenager. And I was really sad when they went to skinny jeans. I always said I would never wear skinny jeans because I always loved my wide leg jeans. And then you couldn't find them anywhere. And it was like, then you had to go to the skinny jean phase because that's all you could see in the store. And then it went to like high waisted. I'm not a high waist fan, not at all. I'm like, come on, can't you bring pants back? What is one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you? Rosie, we're going to start with you.
Okay, so I mentioned it earlier, but I have 8 nieces and nephews, and that's pretty cool. I love them so much. And maybe you'd be interested to know, the term for nieces and nephews is actually called nibbling.
That's awesome. Kaylee, what is one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you?
I am a baker, but I can't handle the smell of butter. So it's really weird. So as I put the butter in, I have to lean away as I mix it because I just can't handle it. I had an incident with butter a while back and it just bothers me now.
That is so funny. All right. What about you, Sadie?
Well, something surprising that would be sort of ironic is that I'm on my youth worship band and I'm not afraid to sing in front of people, but I get nervous when I'm talking in front of people, which normally it's the opposite for other people, but yeah.
Yeah, I was the opposite. I could sing in front of people better than I could talk.
Yeah.
But now that I've been doing this for so long, it doesn't bother me at all.
Mm-hmm.
What is your most used emoji right now? Kaylee, what about you?
The laughing crying emoji. The tears coming out, that's probably my most used one.
What about you, Sadie?
Probably the one with smiling with all its teeth like this.
All right, what about you, Rosie?
I think it's the cowboy hat. The emoji with the cowboy hat.
That's awesome. All right, so now I want to shift into something a little bit deeper for a second, because one of the big reasons I wanted to have you all on the podcast was your faith journey really matters. And girls hearing about your faith journey really encourages them to take those next steps in their faith journeys as well. Sadie, when did your faith become personal for you?
I think that my faith became personal to me when I was around 13-ish, because I had gone through some friendship struggles and I learned that I should cling to Jesus and not cling to my friends. So I feel like that's when I became really close with Jesus, and I took that relationship for myself, not just my parents' relationship with him,
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you, Rosie?
I got saved when I was 5. And then I had a lot of doubt, and as I got older, I understood a lot more. But when I was in 7th grade, I remember asking one of my friends, "Why am I here?" And then she looked at me and she's like, "We're at school, we're here to learn." And it's just super funny. I'm like, "No, why am I here?" And she's like, well, we're here to serve God and bring him glory. And I'm like, well, I've heard that before. But that was the moment when I was like, okay, well then if that's why I'm here, then I'm going all in with that. If that's my purpose in life, then here we go.
Very cool. All right, what about you, Kaylee?
Well, like Rosie said, I was also saved when I was 5. I grew up in a Christian household. I feel like there wasn't a specific moment for me. I always grew up knowing about God. He was always there. I feel like I've just had moments in life where he just pulls me more towards him and pulls me on the journey of growth and trusting him and learning more about him, diving into the Bible. And it's just in the last few years, he's done the most, I think, in my life, just pulling me out of places that were just hard, helping me with my confidence, with friends, with just trusting him through life.
That's awesome. All right, Rosie, what is your favorite verse right now?
So my favorite verse is 1 Timothy 4:12. It says, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech and conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. And that means a lot to me because it reminds me that there's no age limit on the impact that you can make for Christ.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was listening to a message this morning and they were talking about Timothy and he was in his low 20s, like 21, 22, around that age group. They looked at like old history books and it showed like these are secular history books, not even like Christian history books, but secular history books. And it showed that he had somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000 people in his church. Who says that you can't do something when you're young? All right, what about you, Kaylee?
One that I really like is Psalms 86. It's actually 3 verses. It's 11 to 13. It says, "Teach me your ways, O Lord, that I may live according to your truth. Grant me purity of heart so that I may honor you. With all my heart I will praise you, O Lord my God. I will give glory to your name forever, for your love for me is very great. You have rescued me from the depths of death."
That's awesome. All right, what about you, Sadie?
My favorite Bible verse right now is Jeremiah 29:11. It's, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Recently, I've been going through a few things that have made me doubt my future and like God's plan for me. But this verse is a comfort to me because it talks about how God does have a good plan and how it's full of hope.
Yeah. And I love that word hope because it means a confident expectation of good. You can expect good things to happen because that's our God. I
Yeah.
love it. Last one in this segment. The question is, what does living uncommon mean to you? So, Kaylee, what about you?
I say standing out, but not just to stand out before God. Like when people see you or talk to you or interact with you, just in everyday life, and they notice that there's something different. And we can point that to God and to Jesus and what he's done in our own lives. I feel like that's one way to live uncommon is just to stand out for him and let that fire and that light that comes from him shine through us.
That's awesome. All right, what about you, Sadie?
I think that living in common means being the light of the world, showing people that you don't just have to be a part of the crowd, that you can be different, and that if you have Jesus, then you can be uncommon.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, what about you, Rosie?
I looked up a definition of uncommon, and one of the definitions that I found was out of the ordinary, or not normal. Then I was looking into some verses about it, and Psalm 4:3 talks about how the Lord has set us apart for himself. Romans 12:2 talks about how we're not supposed to be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our minds. We're supposed to live differently, so when people look at us, they see Jesus, and we're uncommon because we're not like the rest of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. So UncommonTEEN came from the verse from Acts 4:13, and it talks about Peter and John and how the crowd looked at them and marveled because in the crowd was the Pharisees, and they marveled they marveled because they knew that they had been with Jesus. And I thought about that and going back to Peter, when Jesus was going to the cross, Peter was such a coward. He was so afraid. He denied Jesus 3 times because he didn't want people to know that he was a follower of Jesus. And then you have the same person who is up there giving his first sermon, and thousands of people are coming to Jesus and giving their lives to him. And it's like the same person. And that is what Jesus can do in your life. And I just love it. All right. So now we're going to switch gears. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to play a game called Relatable or Not Relatable. So I want you to tell me if you relate or if you do not relate. All right. So here we go. All right. So first one, taking 47 pictures before you pick one of them.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Relatable.
All right. Accidentally waving back at somebody who was not waving at you.
Yep.
Relatable.
Been there.
Singing worship songs at full volume in your car like it's a concert.
Yes, I always do that.
Relatable.
All right. Last one. Needing a nap after socializing for 20 minutes.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Not relatable.
I love it. That's so fun. All right. So we're going to close with share one thing about you that the audience does not yet know about you, but will love. This can be like a funny story. It can be a quirky habit. It can be something sweet. So tell me something about yourself that we have not already talked about.
Okay, I'll go first. So I was thinking about it, and there's a couple I could say, but the one that I'm going to say is when I was really young, my dream was to become an astronaut. Like, I was obsessed with space. I loved it so much. I love the stars. I'm like, someday I'm gonna be an astronaut. I'm gonna go float around in space. And then I realized how much math and science knowledge that people need for that. So then I was like, that's probably not gonna happen.
So funny. For me, I don't want to be trapped in like a spaceship for however long it takes to get there. Like, no thanks. All right. What about you, Kaylee?
I don't know, something random that comes to mind is probably our animals. We've got like just under 80 running around, so there's goats in the yard, there's chickens, ducks. Last night, my dad helped me get a chicken from under the coop, and it screamed. I've never heard a chicken scream like that before. It was hilarious. It's always interesting around here. Usually in these calls, you'll see a cat, you'll hear a dog bark or something. But yeah,
I'm amazed it's been so quiet.
I know. Yeah.
Unlike the conference when you were sharing your testimony.
Yep. They were quiet the whole time except for that one part where I was talking.
That's so fun. All right. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on this podcast this week. Actually, I'm really excited that you all are on. So twice a month, they're going to be joining us. So you'll get to see them again in a couple of weeks when we do a fun Christmas edition to the podcast. It's going to be hilarious. So you don't want to miss it. Like we end every episode, I want you to repeat after me, and I want you to mean it with all your heart. I am beautiful. I am valuable. My beauty and my value, they don't change. Even if someone fails to see how incredible God made me. All right, ladies, believe it, receive it, live it, and then share this episode with somebody that you think will really enjoy it.